Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 287. My name is Jason Erbeling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash. Buy and Sell DVC.com and mywdwhome.com.
And today is August 5th, 2026. So your 11-month window is going to be July 5th, 2027. And the 7th-month window is March 5th, 2027. And now we're going to go right into the buy and sell side of things. Now, this happens a lot when people are going to stay at Aulani. Like, I don't know if Aulani is one of those things that is on a bucket list for some people. But the rooms at Aulani, just to give you an idea, I don't have the dates of when I checked this, but this is an ocean view room, 2 queen beds or 1 king bed and 1 queen size sleeper sofa. It's $11.48 a night plus tax.
Really?
For a 2-bedroom, do you think it would be more or less? Or that's
I thought it was going to be a little less. Wow.
And a 2-bedroom villa, ocean view, 1 king bed and 2 queen beds, and 1 queen size sleeper sofa and 1 twin size sleeper sofa, $2,045 a night plus tax. So, you know, a lot of times you'll see on like on Facebook or different groups, you know, someone's paying, you know, it's, you know, $15,000 to $25,000 for their Aulani trip. And of course, you know, those numbers a lot of times include airfare, things like that. So you have different options you can do when you're going to Aulani. You can rent the room directly from Disney. Of course, that's going to cost you the most.
$1,100 a night. Dear gosh. Plus tax. I'm sure that adds another couple $100. I'm sure there's probably different fees that Hawaii charges, state. Oh my gosh.
Or you can rent the room from DVC-Rental.com. Do you get a lot of Aulanis? Or
not a ton.
Not a ton.
Not a lot, no.
But would you say like every month there's at least one Aulani? Or
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But not I mean, it's 99% of the rooms are not Aulani. 98% of the rooms are not Aulani.
And I'm guessing the people that are renting, I mean, I don't know, like they're probably maybe even from Hawaii or California most of the time.
I think it's a lot of West Coast people, yeah, because it's a long trip.
So, and then the other option is, this another thing is, so people are going to, you know, spend $15,000 to $25,000, you know, that's when they're really looking into, should I buy DVC? Should I use this money towards DVC, get the points, and then use my points for this trip? So, you know, if you do that, that's one of those things where you just got to keep in mind, you buy something, it's going to take 6 weeks to close, probably another 2 weeks to get your points, and then you can make your reservation. So don't think that, you can buy it and use your points immediately. Just have a buffer in there when it's time to close. Do you think you still want to go to Aulani sometime, or if you make it, great. If you don't make it, you'll be all right?
Well, we spoke about this. We're trying to figure out what to do going forward, because we just did the Italy cruise and stuff again, and we're looking at next year. And my youngest son sat there and said, Aulani's on his bucket list. Like, he'd really like to go to Aulani. Not Aulani, Hawaii. I was like, really? I'm like, okay. So I think it's now gotten pushed up the list a little bit because he wants to really go to see Hawaii. So I'm not sure. I think it's one of those things that I'll do maybe like a couple days in Disneyland and then Hawaii, just because it's such a far flight and everything. I like to split it up, or Disneyland on the way home. But some sort of Disneyland / Aulani trip is possibly in the next couple of years, I would think.
And do you have a month that you would target trying to go, or
with the kids around school? So probably during the summer.
Okay.
But during the summer, it's really hard to get 7 months. Also, so I don't know. I own a good amount of points, but none of them are at Aulani. So I'm going to have to use Saratoga points to travel to Aulani. I don't know how successful I'm going to be for June or July, or mainly June or July. And that's the most busy times at Aulani. So maybe you have to go to an off season. I'm not sure yet, but But it's back higher up on our radar than it was 3 weeks ago.
Because we used to want to go to Aulani, and we bought a 50-point deed at Aulani, subsidized dues. Don't be jealous. But now it's kind of like fallen down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because our family's not in everyone's kind of like on a different path of what they want to do for vacation. We're not we're not in sync. You know, like you guys, your family seems to be in sync.
We're pretty in sync. And one of the issues with Hawaii or any of these like beach vacations is that we're not really beach people anymore. Like, I don't mind going to a beach for a little bit, but when you take a cruise, you go somewhere, maybe you can do a beach for 3 hours, and the next day you're walking around ruins of Greece. Whereas, Hawaii, I'm like, we're spending a lot of time on the beach. I'm not sure if this beach bod is ready just yet. And I'm going, I don't know if I want to just sit out for, 6 hours a day almost. There's other stuff to do. Like, I'd love to check out the Jurassic Park, little places that they filmed Jurassic Park and maybe like Diamond. Like, there's places I want to go. But I feel like that's going to be if you're going to Hawaii, that's going to be a lot of beach and pool. And I don't know if that's what I really want to do for, a week.
And spend that amount of money.
It's a
especially
lot, a lot of time. The flights, it's
especially when you live in Florida.
I could drive to a very beautiful beach in an hour and a half.
Which you've chosen not to do.
I've chosen not to so far. But I hear there are beautiful beaches around here. So I was like...
So it would be kind of, I mean...
That was always my thing about Hawaii, is I'm like, I can fly down to the Caribbean, now I could fly to the Caribbean in an hour and a half or an hour, St. Martin or something like that. And absolutely gorgeous beach, crystal blue waters. Or I could try to hop on a flight and 12 hours later be in Hawaii and have a beautiful beach with crystal blue waters. And like, one's really close and a lot less expensive.
Right. That's the thing is, I've talked to multiple people that are, they live in Florida and have been to Hawaii, and they don't. They go, they do one of these. It's not, because again, we're here. It's not like, I'm not trying to pick on Iowa, but I'm from Iowa. It's not like we live in Iowa and you're going to Hawaii, because then it's a totally different thing, Yep. So, yeah, I understand. And now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So for today's food review, Debbie is having breakfast at Trattoria al Forno, which is at Disney's Boardwalk that we mentioned. I think it was last episode we talked about Boardwalk. Says this casual Italian eatery is a table service restaurant located on Disney's Boardwalk. It's open daily for breakfast and dinner. I've only been there for dinner. Breakfast hours are 7:30 a.m. No, I'm sorry. I've only been there for breakfast, not dinner. That's when we met Rapunzel. The Rapunzel break. So breakfast hours are 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and dinners from 5 to 10 p.m. Reservations are typically easy to secure via your MDE. I recently ordered the caprese omelet for $17. This features mozzarella, ripened tomatoes, fresh basil, breakfast potatoes, bacon, and sausage. This was a fantastic deal for dining in a nice restaurant on Disney property. We've ordered this large omelet many times, and every time it's been great. All of the ingredients are very fresh tasting, and the sides with the omelet are plentiful. You get bacon, sausage, and potatoes. But the "and" is all capitalized, and potatoes, so you get everything. I have to give a shout out to the potatoes as well, because they were really, really good. Service has always been great here, and they do take AP and DVC discounts. No complaints on this meal. She said, I give it a 10.
10, that's amazing.
I think she's a little loosey-goosey with these things here. I barely hit the 9 level. Debbie's just I think I'm just cynical. Debbie enjoys life more. Everything's a 9, 9, 9, 7, 10. I'm like, this was a really great brownie, man. 8.2. So I think I'm just more cynical. I'm just not a nice person. Debbie's not a lot nicer than I am.
And now we're on to DVC-Rental.
So a couple weeks ago, Disney dropped their 2026 Welcome Home Weeks for DVC members. So the lineup runs from July 22nd through August 26th. This year, they're featuring 40% off dining. Eligible members can save a massive 40% on food and non-alcoholic drinks at places like Hollywood and Vine, Tusker House, Beer Garden, Whispering Canyon on Mondays through Thursdays. Major Kingdom spots like Be Our Guest and Crystal Palace are offering 20% off. This appears to be the same exact discount that the AP members have had for the past couple months, but it's now going to be extended to DVC members who have the blue card as well. This is really cool. I got this last year. There's some nice Disney freebies. You get complimentary treats at Disney Springs. On just Wednesdays, starting on July 22nd, you can grab a complimentary donut at Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew. Other days, there's freebies at Polite Pig. They'll give you pretzels. And Frontera Cucina, they'll give you a half and half appetizer. There's also Welcome Home Wake ups and mixers. Those complimentary morning coffee / pastry events are hitting the top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake Tower, and Reunion Station at Wilderness Lodge. On weekends, we'll have the same morning pastries and coffee as well. There's also going to be designated wine mixers scheduled for the Boardwalk, Grand Californian, and Aulani. So I'm not sure if those are going to be an additional fee. It was not really clarified if that's going to be an extra fee, but last year DVC had these extra as well. Went to Disney Springs, we got some free donuts and stuff. Last year they gave you like a little bag as well. So it's nice to see that Disney's having some freebies again for DVC members, or some deals for DVC members. So it's like the annual pass. It's the same. I wish they'd switch restaurants. It's the same stupid restaurants that they have for the annual pass. But once the annual pass, expires for us, since we're DVC members as well, we get to continue having some of those discounts as well. But so far, I've only been to Wilderness Lodge, Whispering Canyon, like 3 times so far, because I keep ordering the same thing over and over again. I have to try some of these other ones, but I've not been thrilled with the food options that they've given out for these discounts. But
Nice.
soon enough.
Exciting.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out our Facebook group, Disney Vacation Club Resales DVC. Disney Vacation Club member, Disney Vacation Club Resales at DVC.
And let us know if you think Aulani, if you've been to Aulani, if it's a must-see, and if Florida residents get a pass, or if it's a must-see for them as well.
Yeah, let us know. It's the only DVC property I have not visited, or the only DVC resort I have not stayed at yet. So please let us know.
Wait, have you stayed at Disneyland Hotel?
Yes, I've stayed at Disneyland Hotel. Technically not on DVC points. I've stayed there previously on a regular reservation.
Oh, nice.
I've been at Disneyland Hotel and I've been at Grand Californian, but Vero and Hilton had like the odd ones and all the Walt Disney World stuff, but not Aulani yet. It's far.
All right, let us know.
Thanks for watching.
See you next week.